What is up YouTube, LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some more llama chunk once again. In the end of the last episode we rolled our first chunk, and as you can see we got Varrock. It's a very exciting chunk. That was one of probably my second most chunk that I wanted. We get some fun stuff there which we're going to definitely go over here in just a minute, but we are really happy to see Varrock on the rolls here. So let's pop right into it and see what this chunk has going on for us. Alright, so as far our combat task goes, we're going to have a 30 range grind to hold a maple bow. We're going to have the range shop unlocked, so we're going to have access to train range up, and that'll be our best in slot weapon as well here, as you guys will see momentarily. For other combat tasks, we also have a couple monsters to slay. We got the man, the woman, the rat, the spider, Johnny the beard, and a specifically level 8 barbarian that we have, I think, in the bar as well. So that's not too bad. Those will be pretty easy. The 30 range may take a little bit, but I don't think that'll be too bad. I can't remember the last time I trained 1 to 30 range though without doing a quest to jump up basically to that. As far as skill tasks go, we have access to a knife, so we have to fletch an oak log. Very easy. We can smith a bronze dagger. We have access to an anvil, I believe, that allows us to smith. I don't know if it's just bronze or if it's anything, but we can get the materials to make bronze basically, so we're gonna have to do that, and we can superheat that and we'll be golden. We also have to pickpocket a citizen, which is very easy. Alright, as far as our BIS task goes, we're definitely getting some big upgrades here. We're gonna have the mithril plate body, which will be our best plate body. Sadly, the steel plate body never really got any use. We'll get some studded chaps, which will be our best in slot range, as well as melee gear for a while. Studded body, the red cape, which is nice, we'll have a cape slot. Leather gloves, that'll be a glove spot. There's the maple short bow again. We can get the staff of air. Doesn't really matter what staff we get, but that's, you know, technically our best in slot magic. We'll be getting all 4 of them. The iron mace, which is best in slot prayer, as well as the priest gown and top from the store where you can buy them. I forget who drops the iron mace, but we'll be able to get that. As far as quest progression goes, we're going to need to start Children of the Sun, get through step 2. That'll be sweet to be able to complete that. And I think only one other chunk we'd need. We'll be able to start Demon Slayer and Romeo and Juliet, but it's just going to be starting those. I think it's very basic beginner dialogue. I don't think you can do anything else. And then the diaries are very straightforward as well. We have to browse the clothes shop, which we have to go do anyways. Buy a newspaper for like 50 GP or something. And give a dog a bone. All very easy goals. So this chunk should not take too long. Alright, so the vid corrupted on my teleport in, but that's fine. We just did a Varrock telly. I did come in and I grabbed the staffs already as well. Sadly, for some reason, something happened to that clip. Not really sure what, but we went in there and grabbed that. We don't have access to the bank over here, but we do have another bank in our chunk, which is nice. So we don't have to go back and forth to Guardians of the Rift to bank, because we don't have an easy way to get back there yet. So it's just our minigame teleport is our only way back there. We can also start Romeo and Juliet. That's a super quick start. Just this couple beginner dialogue, and we will have that going for us. Like I said, Demon Slayer here, which we can start, and again, can't do anything with, so we'll definitely get that going. We're going to be completing so many tasks here. I'm going to be trying to kind of group some of them together, because we're just going to be flying through these tasks. These couple quest tasks going to take a little bit of dialogue, but once we get through them, it's just going to be go. Alright, so let's run over and we'll get our browse the shop, which is a diary task, as well as we got our priest gown and the both priest gowns, I should say. We can grab both of them here, and actually the red cape as well. I think that's all we need from there. And that gives us our best prayer outfit, which I don't think they're that good. I think monk robes are way better, but they're alright, I suppose. We did forget something. The leather gloves are in here as well, so let's grab those, and that gives us our best in slot glove slot for probably a very long time. I don't see us getting anything that'll be better. Alright, so there's a couple things we need from the general store, like a hammer. Hammer will be good. We can grab shears. Don't know if we have buckets, but I'm just gonna buy some buckets. That's probably all we need, maybe some pots, but I don't think we need anything else. I think we have everything else, so good to have. Alright, so we're going to just get a quick best in slot upgrade, which is going to be the mithril plate body. And I messed up, we had something better than the steel plate body already. We had the mithril chain. I forgot about that because it took forever. We'll grab our chaps as well, and our studded plate body, or studded body, whatever you want to call it. But the middle plate body is going to definitely be a nice tanky piece of our outfit. We're going to start looking like an absolute unit here. Alright, and we'll get our bow going. First of all, the maple bow is what we need, and we'll need some arrows and the other bows to start training here too. Alright, we can get this newspaper done really quickly. It's a very easy one to do. I think it's like 50 GP, yeah, something like that. Whatever. But nice and easy, and we'll get Children of the Sun started, which, again, we can get to like step 2. I think we have to follow the guy around, and I think that's all we can do is just kind of follow him. Alright, and that was the final cutscene on that. We cannot progress this any farther inside of our chunk, so we are good with that one, and that would be all the quest goals currently, so not too bad. And we got another little diary to give a dog a bone, so there we go. Alright, and upstairs in this house we got ourselves a spade as well as a knife. We couldn't buy the knife. For some reason I thought it was at the general store. Don't think it was, but we got a nice spawn up here, so we got clues we can dig now too. Alright, we're gonna just pickpocket a woman here, and oh, of course, gotta fail the first pickpocket. Can never get away with just getting the first one. There it is. Nice. Hopefully we don't have to train on men and women to a high level, and we get another incremental one here soon. Alright, let's slay a man as well. We'll just slay the woman, so we get that, and both of those are done. And we gotta slay a barbarian as well as Johnny, the beard guy down here. So we'll take both of them out, and that'll be a bunch more slay tasks done here. Alright, and we've got our first thieving level coming in here in one more click. There it is, level 2 thieving. And I spam thieved right through the level 5, but I wanted to get up to 5 here, so there's level 5 thieving. Alright, so right now we're taking on men and the barbarian for our copper and tin. That's where we get those drops that we can then superheat and then craft ourselves the bronze dagger, so I'm trying to get that going. The men and women have the same drop table, so it doesn't really matter which one. Yep, there we go. Got it from the woman here. There's the cap ore. Now we just need the tin. Alright, so we just got the iron mace drop. Now we're just looking for the tin ore to make the bronze bar completely. That's the only thing we need left. Alright, we got a beginner clue here. Just going to check this out and see if it's possible that we can do this step. That'd be pretty sweet. I think we have a couple beginner clue spots, so definitely doable. And a trout. Okay, we're fairly close to being able to do trout, so let's keep this for now. And we got a ring mold dropped. Not that it's something we need, but it'll be good to hold on to. And there is the tin ore. We can now make the bronze bar. Alright, this will be real sweet. We get to use our staff finally. Get the super heat. First time we're doing that, which is cool. And there we go. There's the bronze bar. And just need to make ourselves a dagger. And there we go. Dagger complete. Alright, and there's the first fletching level on the account. I'm just using the bank logs that I have from Wizard Tower still, so I don't even need to cut them. 5 fletching rolling on in there. And then it's 10 fletching coming in. Only 5 more levels to go. Alright, we have 15 fletching. Just need to fletch this oak log real quick. Just make arrow shafts and we'll call it a day. Perfect. Alright, we're completing the museum quiz, which will jump us all the way up to 909 Slayer. The plan is going to be to put things into Hunter for now, and see how things go with that. It took a little bit to find this guy, but here is a rat. Let's take him out, and there we go. Easy slay. Alright, and the spider also was a little bit difficult to find, but there's this spider. Alright, and the range adventure begins. We got the bows, got the arrows. Let's get in there and start training our range up. There's 5 range. That came in pretty quick. This won't be too bad. 30's on the way. 10 range coming in. Alright, and we got a clue which is in a rollable chunk, so I'm going to keep this for now. I think it's worth keeping. We can roll Falador, so we'll keep it and see what happens. And there's 15 range. Alright, we just got the camo bottoms. That might be the last piece we need from that event, which would be really nice to start getting lamps from there. And just a quick shout out to this fella who happened to find me before even last video was up, so he got a little early idea on where we rolled. So here's 20 range, and we get a nice gear upgrade. Give us some more defense. I think it's a little offense maybe from these, but definitely would be nice to be wearing some better gear and actually look a little bit more like a ranger. And that is, we're 8 for it. 25 range, only 5 more to go. There's 46 prayer. We're really getting up there with that prayer level. Alright, and 30 range. We can now equip the maple short bow. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. And just like that, we're on to another chunk roll. We have completed all the tasks. Let's do this, see what we get. We're really hoping for like Drainer. Wouldn't mind rolling into like Children of the Sun finishing. But we'll see. Ooh, Falador. That is not what I wanted. There's a lot of scary things that come with Falador. We're going to talk about that in a second here, but Falador is not a good chunk to have rolled. Not at this point yet, at least. Not for stuff I want to be doing. But we'll see what we can do. We may end up having to backlog a couple things. But let's look at the tasks and we'll talk about it. Alright, so looking at the combat tasks, we really only have sleigh tasks, which isn't too bad. We have to kill the drunken man, the duck at the pond here. We'll have guards. Imps are unlocked, which is awesome. We'll be able to do some fun stuff with that. We've got the giant mole, which is our problem child. And then we have 4 different leveled white knights we have to take down at least once. So that'll be fun. But yeah, the giant mole, gonna be a rough one. We're gonna talk about that here in just a second on how that's possible. But looking at the skill tasks, we have to get 29 cooking, which we already have, to bake a mud pie though. So we gotta bake a mud pie. We need 60 fire making to burn a U-logs, 60 fletching to fletch a U-log. You might be wondering how we're supposed to do that without U-logs growing in our chunk. The mole will drop that, so we have to get a drop from the mole specifically. It's not just slaying the mole once, it's now going for a drop. We have to get 40 thieving, pickpocketing men, so we can pickpocket a guard, which is going to be fun. Not looking forward to that one. We have 21 wood cutting to get a mithril, or to hold a mithril axe. That mithril axe is also dropped from mole. We already have the wood cutting, or we'll be able to get the wood cutting easily, no problem. We're going to have pretty high wood cutting by the time we get our fire making and fletching up, so that's not a big deal. And then 10 mining to do the knight's sword, which we already have, so that's a nice easy one. This, we need to get a strength amulet, which is dropped from mole. Amulet of accuracy we can get from completing our first real quest on the account. We've done a couple prior to starting the account, but this will be the first done within our chunks. Mithril mace, which we can buy, I believe. Quests, we got the encounter, which we can fully complete, and we have to just start the knight's sword. And then the diaries we got is to get a haircut, fill a bucket north of the Falador West Bank, and then kill a duck at the pond, which we have to do anyways. Alright, so let's talk mole for a second. The only way mole is doable is with a light source. We do have a light source available in our chunks, and that would be Guardians of the Rift. We can get the lantern from there, which does count as a light source. We haven't gotten that yet, so we're going back there. The issue with that is that I'm really close to the 56 crafting, which will lock me down there until 85 rune crafting, because we'll have to make the colossal pouch. That's very unfortunate. I don't want to do that much more rune crafting, but I have a feeling we're not going to get lucky and pull the lantern in time before we hit that level. So we're going to see what happens. If that happens, that's definitely going to delay episode 5 by quite a bit. Just want to put that out there. That's only going to allow us to attempt the mole, however, as we don't have a way to recharge prayer. We don't have an altar in our chunks. Technically we do in the wizard tower, but it doesn't regen prayer. So there's nothing we can do to go for multiple KC on it, which we have things that require us to get multiple KC. We're definitely going to get 1 mole KC. I'm probably not going to be able to get more than 1. I will die to the mole if needed to get the first KC. I'm going to do anything I can. If I can do it without prayer, we'll do it without prayer, but I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to do mole without prayer. So most likely all the mole tasks other than the first KC are going to get backlogged until our first altar, or technically Herblore with prayer pots is opened up, but altar is going to definitely happen first. We're one chunk in multiple ways away from an altar. So if we roll that next, that'll free that up and make that doable and whatnot. But I am going to get all the required levels still. You know, we're not going to have U-logs most likely unless we somehow get that on our first drop, for example. If we do, great. But if not, I'm still going to be getting the 60 woodcutting, 60 firemaking to make that happen. We'll just have to technically backlog the action of the burning and crafting it. So we're going to have quite a few backlog tasks, most likely. I doubt we're going to get multiple KC. So we're going to see what happens, though. But we still got to get the lantern, so we have a very large grind ahead of us. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so we got our first imp slain, which is nice. We're going to have to get quite a few of those to get all the beads, so I was able to find an imp spawn in my junk. Alright, let's just take on a guard real quick while I'm waiting on these imps anyways. It would make sense to take one of these guys down. Getting all this XP is nice. We got a mob that actually has a decent bit of HP too. Now we throw on our armor. I feel like we'd be able to take on these for quite some time and get some okay XP an hour, I'm sure. And there is the guard slain. Alright, and there is some clay from the imps, which we'll need for the mud pie. Hopefully we don't burn that and have to get more. That is the last bead we need. We have all the other beads here in the bank, so you guys know what that means for us. Well, let me just confirm that was the last bead, but I'm almost positive we've got the other two. Yep. Alright, and here we are. Let's hand these in for our first necklace that is actually usable here, which gives us some alright stats. No one ever really uses the necklace of accuracy, I feel like, but it's going to probably be on us for quite some time here, and a little bit of mage XP as well. Alright, and that's 75 rune crafting. Absolutely massive. We can use the last pouch, other than the colossal pouch, I should say, but we can use the giant pouch here. So that's awesome. I hope that gets our rune crafting XP up an hour. Taking a quick break for the 10 thieving. Figure we'll get low HP here, and then we'll go back to Guardians of the Rift. Alright, we got 52 poles saved up. Let's hop right into it. I'm really hoping for the lantern, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so there's no lantern there. Getting pretty close to getting the hat here, which is awesome. So we're going to keep saving for that. I am going to be saving all my intricate pouches until we're done with the current runecrafting grind, whatever that may be, whether that's pulling the lantern or that's getting 85 runecrafting. We're going to save all the intricate pouches and open them all at the end. Alright, and that's 15 thieving already. Not too bad. 76 rune crafting, only like 62 plus hours to go of this till 85. Alright, and that's our first star location that we have unlocked, as well as the first star I'm seeing. So we're going to pop on this and get a little bit of mining XP and see kind of how this goes. Might not be a bad idea to try to mine this when I'm not in the middle of Guardians of the Rift and it seems to be around. Alright, it's 101 Stardust from our first star. And roughly 7,500 XP an hour, which is much higher than Guardians of the Rift, so not bad. Alright, we're gonna get this duck at some point. There it goes, a duck slain as well as a diary duck completed. I think we got a gardener here as well we can take out. Yeah, let's get this guy too. And that's Gardener, also slain. Alright, and we got the drunken man up here somewhere, I read. There he is. Let's take him down, and that'll be another quick, easy slay. We got quite a few slays, so let's get all of them. Alright, we got the White Knights. We have 4 of them to take on. Let's just get them all. I'm not going to bore you with the slaying of the knights. Alright, and that's Beekeeper Legs. We'll take that. I think that might also complete that random event. Alright, we gotta get a haircut up here, as well as the water bucket. I'm just gonna try to keep my hair the same, and yep, that counts. Perfect. Let's come up to the mace shop. Yep, and they do have our adamant mace. Boom. Oh. There it is. We'll grab the mithril one as well. The task for some reason says mithril, but Addy is obviously better, so I'm not sure how that one happened. But, oh, it's the same prayer bonus. That's the difference. So you just need the mithril because we just need it for the prayer bonus, so it doesn't matter. And we'll get the water here, and that'll be that task completed. Alright, there's 54 crafting. That's 2 levels off of the dreaded 56. Alright, 37 pulls. Let's see if we can get anything in here. So the only thing really we got is another blue dye, but we'll take it. Some pouches too. And it's 20 thieving. Not bad. Halfway there. We got 50 mining. Pretty much off Guardians of the Rift only. 77 rune crafting. We're getting up there. This is technically the halfway point, 285. Alright, 57 pulls to do. Let's see if we can get anything from these. Alright, that was pretty bad. We didn't really get anything, and we still need more pearls for the hat, so yeah, that's unfortunate. Alright, we got 17 pulls. I'm really just trying to get this hat done, so let's see if we can get anything from these. Looks like we're really just getting runes. However, there's the pearls we needed, which is nice. We'll take that. And there's a green dye. Awesome. We'll take a green dye too. We have not had this one yet. I think at this point we've had all the dyes now, so at least one of each and 2 of some, and it's like a 1 in 1200, and we're getting that, no problem, but no lantern, which is I think like a 1 in 700, so it's a lot easier to pull, but nothing there. But hey, I will definitely take grabbing this hat. This is going to be massive to have the full outfit. First of all, it's going to look sweet too. But before we put it on, let's dye it. We definitely don't want to wear the just casual hat. We're going with the blue set. I was asking the clan what their thoughts are. I was leaning towards blue. I feel like it gives off the Wizard Tower vibes. So that's the plan. We're going to do blue. We can't do the boots. We're going to have some extra dyes here, but we're going to do the body and the legs blue, and then we can actually turn in our other dyes to make them any color. You can use them on this guy, and he'll let you make it a different color. So we're going to turn one of them over to blue, and that's what we're going to go with. I feel like you really don't see anyone with the blue set either, so it's kind of neat to be a little different. And yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's taking a minute for me to figure this out, and there it is, the blue. We have the extra dye, so if we get like the pouch, we can dye that too. The boots you can't change, but hey, that looks so good. There's 78 rune crafting, and actually this is halfway to 85. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy, please take a second, smack the like button, subscribe if you already have not done so, and yeah, as always guys, I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you very much. Peace.